We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this special report.
Good evening, my loyal subjects. This past week, this sick guy was informed that YouTube has tightened up their regulations surrounding advertiser-friendly content. In the future, I need to be careful in terms of what I do and in what I don't do. Again, this sick guy gets in trouble when he does something that isn't advertiser-friendly. Therefore, the following is the standard and practices that this sick guy promises to adhere to.
From now on, King Ross will only use the words ass, damn, and hell. However, he will never use the words bastard, and any other sexually suggestive terms or terms that promote the use of illegal substances. Now, as it pertains to video, he promises that there will be less references. Watch your mouth. Oh, for sake.
We will all here at WhatCulture.com have less references to our enormous genitalia. Thank you. It's me, it's that K-I-N genius. It's that time of the bastard week once again where we take a look at all the WTF Moments from WWE RAW. As you may have noticed, yes, I am outside. Yes, I do have a TV that suspends itself in the air all by itself. Don't ask me how, and this is because summer is officially coming to an end. There aren't too many summery days left, and I'm gonna make the f***ing most of it because my tan is f***ing sick. Could have at least pressed the f***ing call button, Stephanie, you silly mare. I can see the greenness there, and so could the rest of the bastard world. Do you not think things through? Too busy trying to put yourself over to those moments when Mick Foley called Clash of Champions Clash of the Champions, which of course was the WCW name for that pay-per-view. Now this got me thinking, WTF or WWE, thinking taking the out of Clash of the Champions just to make it sound a bit more fancy. It'd be like getting King of the Ring and taking the out of that as well just to make it King of Ring. It's barbaric, you set of imbeciles. Poor Mick. I'm with you on this one, Mick. Now for me, this is the elephant in the room on this WTF Moments episode for this week's WWE RAW. That sign there that says KO is a sick guy. I do agree with that message, of course I do. Kevin Owens is my favourite wrestler who was not Martin Kirby in 2016. Kevin Owens is just about as sick as they come without being this sick son of a gun. He's the second sickest guy in the world, some might say. Perhaps the third. But to the person holding that sign, I've got one f***ing thing to say to you. I'm going to bite your f***ing nose off if our paths ever cross. Do you know why? That sick guy thing, that's my shtick. That's my gimmick. You are infringing on my gimmick. Never again. Don't do that. That's a naughty thing to do. Would you, Adam and f***ing Eve, it's Stephanie McMahon, the most selfish performer in the history of professional wrestling, is finally getting some form of comeuppance. Last week, of course, Triple H made a shocking comeback against her knowledge to interfere in that main event match, giving Kevin Owens the WWE Universal Championship. She didn't know about that. And then we had Mick Foley on this week's show, who overruled her decision to suspend Seth Rollins. That's right, her lady pals were squashed, splattering into smithereens. Zayn versus Owens again, even though their match at Battleground but a couple of months ago was billed as their last ever meeting. New era, even though it's very f***ing good. Same old shit. New era, same old shit, even though it's really good shit. Good shit. Like the doobies I get, the good shit. WWE giving away Bayley versus Charlotte for free so soon? What? Yeah, what? Who? What? I thought they were going to build that up to a massive pay-per-view match down the road, but no, the matter of 2 weeks after Bayley's debut, she's in the ring with Charlotte on Raw for free. WTF? Yes, of course, then we have Bayley's botch when she tried to do a drop kick under the bottom turnbuckle, but got her knee caught and f***ed it up. She scuffled her arse like a dog itching its arse along the floor before booting Charlotte right in the taddy bojangles. Bayley botched. That's a WTF moment because she never normally does. She's bloody lovely, isn't she? Corey Graves' reaction to that appearing on screen. I got a feeling it's not good news. No Sherlock! More cruiserweight division competitors were announced on this week's WWE RAW, which now officially means the Cruiserweight Classic means absolutely all. Diddly squat, zilch, nout. When you hear the likes of Jack Gallagher's name being cut out as part of the Cruiserweight division on Raw, a man who has already been eliminated from the Cruiserweight Classic, what are the men that are still involved in that tournament fighting for now? If they're all going to be on Raw, what are they fighting for? Surely WWE have to announce that that tournament is now for the new WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Because if they don't, why the should we care? Because what are they fighting for? They're all going to be on... Well, most of them are going to be on Raw anyway. Sort it out, man, for f***'s sake. Bo Dallas missing from TV for so long that he still thinks he's in the Social Outcasts. That attire, outcast. Not anymore. Bo Dallas in a squash match. Yes, that's right, Mr. Bo Diddley Dallas himself was rewarded by being arrested for public intoxication with a squash match on Raw. Not only is he a badass on the outside of the ring, he's also now a badass on the inside because he f***ing pissed all over that little fella in that squash match. I believe. And what about the man shouting, "Bo, you're my Lion King," at Bo as he was walking up the ramp? That was funny because Bo, as we all know, was pissed as a fart and was singing Lion King songs on an aeroplane. I'd love to go for a drink with Bo, me, you know. He waxer. Now, I'm not one to speculate. I don't make things up willy-nilly just for a cheap laugh here and there. But I can only assume that Mr. Kevin Dunn was sat too close to his panel of buttons to work the Titantron and lights and everything, and his big teeth, when he leant forward, must have knocked a lever that made Sergeant Slaughter's name and Floyd Money Mayweather versus The Big Show appear on the Titantron during Seth Rollins' entrance. What? What? Who? Now, you know what I would do if I was you, Kevin? I've asked my good pal, Mr. Jim Cornette, for advice on this. I'd get a chisel and maybe shave your teeth down a few inches just to make sure you don't hit any buttons inadvertently again. Yes, we're with that Enzo and Cass promo now, where Enzo said he's giving labour, not going into labour, giving labour, and then he gave birth to a hand, which he and Cass named Solved? What the f*** is going on? If they've got nothing good to say, WWE, you don't have to cart them out there and make them say something, for f***'s sake. Nonsense. Bloody nonsense. Who rocks backwards and forwards when giving birth anyway? Who does that? They're all pinned back, aren't they? I've seen films. I've seen many films. And then Byron Saxton, who was anything but a fountain of knowledge, reckons that was the first time we'd seen a birth live on WWE RAW. Mae Young. Hand. F*** off. Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy lose to the Shooting Stars live on WWE RAW. Tom Spirity! Yes, we've got to deal with that New Day and Old Day Gallows and Anderson bullshittery of a segment because, yes, it was just so fucking lame. Who writes these scripts? I bet it was Vince McMahon, who at the grand old age of 702 probably still thinks all this fart jokes and oldness and still thinks it's funny, doesn't he? It's a bit funny though, Vince, because that segment there could well have put Gallows and Anderson in retirement, you know, because they're retirement specialists, but like that, well, you know. The New Day claim that if they touch, if they come tip to tip, funny penis joke, the future versions of themselves, then the WWE Universe will explode. Later in that segment, of course, they came into contact with the older version of themselves. The WWE Universe did not explode. End this bullshit now, WWE. End it now. shame on you for turning two legitimate badasses into a couple of comedy shits. They're not even funny. Oh, shame! I don't think Alicia Fox was supposed to throw that box into Nia Jax's face with such velocity. You know how I know this? Because she seemed to forget that she was conducting a live promo and she stopped and went, oh, oh. Alicia looked like she was checking to see if her comrade was okay before realising, shit, I'm live in front of the world, I've got to act like I don't care. She f***ed up. Tomspiracy! Oh, Sasha Banks pretending to retire and then not retiring. That's hilarious, isn't it, Daniel Bryan and Edge? I'm sure you loved that, didn't you? And yes, once again, it's new era, same old shit. Mark Henry, all that bollocks, pink suits, pink hair, intertwined. Bollocks. Same old bollocks. Did they really give Titus O'Neil a live microphone after that promo on last week's WWE RAW? I mean, that would be like an infant cutting off its finger by mistake with a big bastard knife, waiting 7 days and then giving that same child another big bastard knife to cut the rest of his bastard fingers off. It's something you don't do. Sin Cara can talk! That'll do. Happy birthday, Sin Cara! You're fighting Braun Strowman. Magoo Cole claims that Sin Cara is weighing in at 185 pounds on last night's WWE RAW, literal seconds after little JoJo with her big bum bum announced the Luchadorian Lion, weighed in at 198 pounds. Michael just made a number up. So now we get to the conclusion of that Braun Strowman and Sin Cara match. I mean, did you see that Sin Cara is now being used as local talent? That's a completely separate issue on its lonesome. But that finish, the referee was doing the 10 count with Braun and Sin on the floor. Sin rolled back into the ring. Braun pulled Sin back out of the ring and the referee continued to count. Surely he should have started again because Sin broke the 10 count. No? Huh? Braun Strowman rolled back into the ring and then won the match via countout, even though the referee only technically counted to 3 because he didn't stop counting when he should have. He f***ed up, what a twat. Michael Cole calls the Blue Thunder Bomb correctly. I think the f***ing world is going to end because he normally calls it a Michinoku driver. Everybody run, everybody hide, Armageddon, it's on its f***ing way. The end is nigh, the end is nigh. Run away, the end is nigh. And finally we have that moment when Roman Reigns came out at the end of the show basically signalling that he wants Kevin Owens WWE Universal Champion shit. Yes, even though my BKO is wearing that champion shit, it still looks like it's jamming. It's really shit. But that got me to thinking Roman Reigns was screwed on last week's WWE RAW as well. Triple H f***ed up that match for him as well and got him eliminated. Why did Mick Foley leave him out of that match he made at the start of the night where he put Seth Rollins in the main event with Kevin Owens for Clash of the Champions? Clash of Champions. Clash of Champions. Why did Mick leave him out? It's the question I'm asking here. Why is Mick an internet smark that doesn't like Roman Reigns when he's the general manager of WWE RAW? That's it for all the WTF moments from WWE RAW. I've been King Ross, you've been my little subjects, and this has been my guarding with my levitating television. Christopher, get it back in the f***ing house before it rains. Bye.
Do you want to see WCPW live but are allergic to the awful people of Newcastle? WCPW is coming to Greater Manchester on Saturday the 8th of October to the Altrincham Silver Blades Arena. Your ticket won't just get you a stat card featuring Cody Rhodes versus Kurt Angle, but will also grant you access to our first ever fan convention during the day. Meet the WhatCulture guys, have photos with your favourite WCPW wrestlers, a host of other surprises, and VIP members will get to meet Kurt Angle and Cody Rhodes in person. Tickets can be bought at wc.pw.
Sick guy.